Hey guys, and here we have me trying to imitate Bob Ross's intro. Alright, and here we go. So first I'm starting off with white spray paint, and I'm doing this because I do not have any white acrylic paint, and that's why I'm using white spray paint instead. So we're experimenting by mixing white spray paint and acrylic paint. And here I am talking, blah blah blah. I do not know what I'm saying. Probably something about how I'm using a music stand instead of an easel because I do not have one. So we're making do with what we have, right? Paint, paint, paint. Oh, gradient black. There we go. And we're making the black a little gradient to fit the background. Ooh, color! Red color. And we're adding some color into the black and white canvas. And we're painting with the X technique that Bob Ross uses, and we're painting brush. Oh, dip, no color. Oh, color, blue color, and we've added blue color to the whites to make the sky. Wow, and we're painting with again the X technique. Paint, brush. Dip, brush. Oh, and now for the nervous part that you might not see because I'm blocking the painting with my enormous body. But you know what? We're painting our first mountains. Oh, ugly face. And brush it down. Using a black brush. Brushing down the black paint of the mountain, and we're brushing paint, brush, and ugly face again. Alright, next mountain, and we are using the same technique for the next big mountain, using the black brush to paint the black mountain. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. Paint. Oh, and we're pulling. Oh, look at that little mountain at the side. And we've created a little black mountain. Woohoo, good job, guys. And we're painting, we're pulling, making sure both the mountains are filled with black essence. Spray paint! And we're dipping spray paint, and we're using a brush here to create the snow effect on the mountain, like what I did for the smaller mountain that you could see at the side, but now you can't see because my enormous body is blocking it. But yeah, we're using this brush instead of the knife that Bob Ross usually does, because spray paint doesn't work well with the knife. I've tried it and it doesn't really work. So I've used a brush instead to create the snowy effect. And ugly face. And I'm here using the spray paint to show you how I use the brush to create small hole effects for the details of the snowy mountain. And here I'm painting the small mountain with the brush. Paint on the mountain to create more snow. And I think here I've added a little blue just to give it a more chilled effect. Well, Bob Ross did it, so I'm just following Bob Ross, He's the boss. Bob Ross. The boss. The bros. Okay, I don't know. The Bob Ross. Okay, I should stop. Anyway. Oh, spray paint. Featuring spray paint now. More snow on the mountain. Let's go. But I'm so sorry that I'm blocking the painting while I'm painting. I know it's my first time recording something like this, so I'm still trying. So forgive me for blocking the painting with my enormous body. Oh well. Paint. And we're painting more snow. And I've added a little bit of blue so that it gives a chilled effect. And I'm just following Bob Ross again. So, yeah. And spray paint to mix with the blue that I've added in the cup. So again, I'm adding a little bit of blue. Ugly face! At this point, I'm painting the blues in and mixing it with the snow, the whites. So just mix it together, fill in the blues and the whites, and use your brush to brush down the mountain just to give it a more softer looking, not so hard detail. So brush it down, make it soft. And faint. Oh, I'm gone. Okay, nope, I'm back. I was quite tired at this point, so I'm just gonna sit down and use my brush to brush down the painting. Painting is tiring, so yeah. Don't do it if you know you love it and you want to try something new during this quarantine time. So yeah, so now I'm painting some trees to go with the mountains. Beautiful trees, just dabbing it, and dabbing it. So Bob Ross uses a fan brush. My brush that I'm using is not a fan brush, but it's just a square tip brush. Still works, but you might find it harder to paint the trees using this instead of a thinner fan brush. Yeah, don't forget to paint the sides and you'll be good. Now I'm just brushing down the trees because these are the background trees, so I don't want them to have that much detail, so use the brush to give it a more blurred effect. And now I'm just taking my brush to create a unibrow for the forest and just filling up the gap in between, and there we go, a nice unibrow. And just brushing down the effect just to make sure it doesn't have very detailed look. And here I know the canvas is a bit slightly off at the side, that's why you can't see it, but I will adjust it later after I show you this part, which I'm creating a meadow. And in Bob Ross's video for this, he used a little bit of yellow, but since I didn't have yellow at this point, I figured to just use this lighter greeny green to create the similar meadow thing. I know it's not the best, but I think it looked pretty alright, so I'm not complaining. Ugly face. And I've created more trees, and just to make sure I'm brushing them again to give it a more blurry effect. So these are the background trees and not the main trees. Brushing it down. And now for the fun part. The big trees are here. And it's the famous fan it out pine trees that Bob Ross always creates. And I love this part because it's so fun to create these trees. And you're just like zigzag them and creating trees. And I've just touching up here to go back up to make sure that all the trees are evenly nice and fanned out. And I'm creating a smaller tree here just to go with it. And I've taken this greeny green again to give it a lighter look. And here, I'll show you a close-up of it. So yeah, here we go. It looks alright. I think it looks alright. Adding the same lighter green to the smaller baby tree to give it a nicer touch. And I've just added a few more. And now for the bigger tree. It's gonna be a naked tree and not as clothed and leafy as the other pine trees. So this one's like more naked and has branches on it. So instead of the typical pine tree leaves, this is a branch. And I've taken spray paint to create again a snowy look on the naked tree. So I'm covering it with some white to follow the background of the mountain. And I'm almost done. And ta-da! Finally, I am done. And this is the final effect. I know the sky and the bloody red doesn't go very well, but give me some grace. This is my first time painting in 3 years, and I'm really proud of it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to notify yourself whenever I post a new video. Bye!